Renaissance.
We're in the Renaissance. It meant rebirth. It was in the 1300s to the 1600s. I'm singing and just making noises.
Today, we have lots of special guests on the Renaissance. But first, it's time to dance.
Baby, tonight, the DJ is falling in love again. So dance, dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. 'Cause baby, tonight, the DJ
Please welcome Joe the Envoy, who traveled the whole Silk Road with only a few issues. Hi there. Thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure having you come across the world with us. So, my first question for you is, how long did you have to travel?
I traveled about 500 kilometers total. That doesn't seem like a lot to most people, but it's pretty far when we're traveling on a camel. Ooh, a camel.
I couldn't even imagine. So, let's just get down to the real stuff. If you had to choose any member of One Direction, who would you choose?
Who's One Direction? All I know is that I traveled more than One Direction.
Well, I choose them. What was the biggest challenge that you faced?
Well, most people think that the bandits were a really big challenge, but I would say the windstorms were the biggest.
How many people did you travel with?
It's just a small group of us, not too many. We weren't able to face the challenges of discovery if I weren't with them, though. They're my heroes.
Did you get recognized for how much silk you brought back?
A little bit of recognition, but it wasn't anything uncommon at that time.
Did you ever get ambushed by bandits?
I think I did once, but I was lucky. Luckier than a lot of people.
Wow. What do you think was the biggest impact that you had on the world then?
On a joke, I would say silk.
Yeah, I'm totally loving that shirt.
It's ugly!
That is all the time we have today. Thank you so much for coming. I would love to have you back.
Thank you.
No, we hate you.
And it kept me protected.
Our next guest is a doctor who saved lives in the tragic time of the Black Death. Please welcome an unidentified flag doctor.
Hi. Thanks for having me. How many people do you think you saved in the time of the Black Death?
I'm not quite sure. At least a couple hundred. I almost died myself. But, you know, I'm a doctor and it is my job.
Can you explain that mask you had to wear to the people who don't know?
The mask is called a
Poultices.
It's where they stuff flowers and good smelling stuff and I put it on my face so it can stop me from getting, like, dying.
Could you show us?
I don't have it with me right now. This kind of looks like it. Like, it's the same color and stuff. You just go like this and there's stuff inside.
Wow, very interesting. So, what do you think is the hardest type of plague to beat?
It is 100% fatal. If you get this, you were meant to die. You weren't even part of this earth. The second plague type is airborne. You can catch it, airborne. And the most common plague, the bubonic plague, is the Oriental rat flea. And it's the most common, and you get buboes. Those are bumps on your body. Yes.
Did you ever come in contact with Pope?
No, but one of my colleagues came up with the idea, to sit between two burning fires. He had to sit in there for 4 months, yeah. But he didn't get the plague, so that's good.
Okay. So, did you ever get the plague yourself?
No.
Oh. How many people have died?
20 million to 25 million people died. They couldn't afford a doctor, and there wasn't that many doctors. I'm one of the specialists.
Why aren't you wearing your costume?
The black test is over. It ended in 1350. Newsflash. Why would I be wearing a signifying thing that shows the olden time?
What is your favorite song at the moment? Or as the kids like to say, ATM.
My favorite song right now is Ring Around the Rosie.
Well, thank you for... I had a pleasure having you here today, so thank you.
Thank
Let's all
you.
give her all around and talented artist, Michelangelo.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel like people have forgotten about me because I was popular in the 18th century.
No problem. It is our pleasure now. What is your favorite piece of art that you made?
I like a lot of others, like the statue of David.
Nice. How do you do your art so great? I know that I sure don't have that talent.
Everybody has a talent. It is just different. Mine was sculpting. Just explore and you will find yours.
Do you have any secret talents?
Most people think of me as a sculptor, painter, and stuff like that. Not very many people know that I was skilled with poetry.
Wow. Where did you live again?
Arezzo, Tuscany. It's in central Italy.
Who in your mind was your biggest competitor?
Without a doubt, Leonardo da Vinci. We only lived on this earth for a short while before he died, though.
Did you have a bad back? I mean, after working with the ceiling in the Sistine Chapel for so long?
I did have a few issues, but it has recovered.
Could you draw for us the creation of Adam?
Of course. I have my trusty feathered pen with me here. I'll just get started right now. Sorry, it might be black and... All done. Look at that.
Amazing! Wow, history has indeed been made. Okay, let's go to the audience. Or goodbye.
Okay,
Bye for now.
Bye.
Peace out for the inconvenience, but we had to switch studios as our other studio has exploded. Thank you. Now our very next guest is unfortunately our last guest. Please welcome Christopher Columbus.
So much for having me on the Renaissance.
Now, did you ever think of turning back on your passage to North America?
Of course I have. I was terrified throughout those 32 weeks. Every week got worse and worse as we lost sight of land and could only see water for miles and miles.
Have you ever regretted your trip to North America?
Well, at first we had gotten a lot of jealousy and had lost a lot of men. But we changed history by informing others that we just had discovered a new world.
I see. Even to this day, it has been a big accomplishment. How much directions have you sailed since you left Europe?
Well, I was planning to have traveled in one direction. But because they hadn't figured out astronomy fully, we ended up landing in North and South America.
How many men did you travel with?
There were 26 on the Pinta, 24 on the Nina, and 40 on the Santa Maria.
Did you by any chance find a lover on your journey?
Felipa Moniz Peristeralo is my beautiful wife. I love you.
Aww, that is adorbs, as the kids like to say. So, what was your real meaning for gold?
Spices and silk from the Americas was a real fortune.
Now, what do you think the people find your biggest achievement?
Oh, in my mind, it was my theory about the world being round and
Well,
not flat.
oh, that's okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much sweetie swag do you think you have?
Well, I'd say about have 5 to 7 swag. Since I discovered the new world after all.
I have 11 swag, so whatever. Okay, thank you. That's all the time we have for today. Please, I had a pleasure having you, so thank you very much. See you everybody next Wednesday. Lots of love. LOL, TTY.
Renaissance.
Oh, wait.